head. My real one is my motto. How my problems I escape. I put product on my color, cause she proud of what I say. I'm a leader, I got no follow in my footsteps like the fish. Now I shoot like I'm a Montana, chop up bullets, make them shit. Never with the fuck, I'm in the backseat sipping red. Bitch, I'm fucking living with these hard to be like big.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Good morning. Let a few more people come in and we'll get this started. Calm down. Yo, Eric, while all these wires everywhere. Yesterday, sorry about the quality of the video. I talked to the whole team at Going Parabolic. I told them they need to get it together or they're out. I'm not going to tolerate this kind of Wi-Fi issues. So I apologize if you struggled through that video yesterday, but we'll get it together. Looks like we've got a better connection today. Hey, Eric, so Wi-Fi or satellite radio has a fish station. Just I didn't know if you knew that, but I checked it out this weekend. It's kind of cool. It's it's not really my thing, fish. I love music, but I can see why you like it. It just never was my thing. I mean, I just I don't know. Grateful Dead. Maybe some of you like that kind of music. It's just I can get into something like Jimi Hendrix, but that's not the same, I don't think. Yeah, maybe one day. I never got to why we couldn't go to a concert together. Cool. So I'm going to try to cover some things I was doing some research on today. So again, the whole premise of this channel is about kind of mentorship, going over economics, Bitcoin, crypto, and then things I'm just generally interested in. So really excited to be here this morning. Thanks for stopping in. So we got Francisco Espinosa, what's up? Brian Morris, what's up? Good morning. Christopher William, good morning. Thanks for the shout out. Michelle M, what's up? I am pumped. James Oliveira, need the amp. I'm not sure what that means. Jacob Hess, I am Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix is real. Jimi Hendrix is real. And Jacob, yeah, Apex. We gotta get and play sometime. Get down and do that. I'm on Xbox 360. So if any of you want to check out, play some Apex Legends, I do like to play that on occasion. So I'm at Apollo Kids 10 on Xbox. So anyway, let's jump into it. And again, please ask me any questions as we go along, because this is supposed to be a discussion. And I think it's super cool. I got 17, 20 people here to go through this. So first of all, the banks started to report earnings since we're in earnings season, and JP Morgan. I thought it was a pretty salacious headline where in the Wall Street Journal, it reported that JP Morgan's profit had dropped 51%. And one would start to think like, wow, that's got to be devastating to a bank. But as you start to dive deeper into what's being said, you start to really learn and start to appreciate the strength of American banks and how much profit they actually drive by using your money to just leverage the shit out of it. They set aside $10.47 billion to cover losses they expected related to COVID-19 defaults on home mortgages, business defaults, et cetera. So they had massive amounts of cash that they set aside to protect themselves against these losses on loans, and still reported a profit of $4.69 billion for the quarter. So when you unpack this, they reported a 51% loss for the quarter in terms of profit. right? Not loss, but profit loss, but still had 4.69 billion in profit. It's down from 9.69 billion year over year. Their shares traded at $1.38, which exceeded the average analyst estimate, which was supposed to be $1.15, and I got that from FactSet. So those are all accurate numbers. So J.P. Morgan, we shuttered the economy. People have lost their homes. People have lost their businesses. People got completely wrecked. People are sitting at home for months. Kids aren't in school. And J.P. Morgan made almost $5 billion in profit this quarter. Things aren't that bad. I wonder what Jamie Dimon's his bonus will be this year. And finally, their revenue rose 15% to $33 billion in the quarter. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So that's some of the banks, or J.P. Morgan reporting this morning. Yeah, Jacob, we'll get it. Yeah, I've just been busy, man. Just been busy, but we'll do it. Jeff Ross, thoughts on commercial real estate over the next 5 to 10 years? Seems like some COVID is creating some bargains. Yeah, check out Jason on Twitter. He had a piece on commercial real estate. I absolutely think that there's going to be tremendous buying opportunity in commercial real estate over the next 6 to 12 months. I mean, these defaults are real. The banks took a huge write down. If you follow the money, kind of trace what's happening, the commercial real estate market's going to open up as as businesses shutter. So you're seeing crazy stuff happening in Manhattan real estate, WeWorks. So if you've got money and you've got assets and you can sit back and be patient, I think there's a tremendous opportunity to buy real estate on the cheap here. And I love real estate. Pomp and I were talking about this yesterday. It's such an interesting play compared to like venture. You know, you put money in venture, you got all this mentoring, you've got to invest all this energy into the project. You're really rolling the dice on the founder. Most of these founders have never built a business before. It's hard to predict what the outcomes are going to be. So you have to put a lot of chips on the table. You have to make a lot of bets, and hopefully some of them hit. Whereas with real estate, if you buy the right stuff, it's really kind of easier math to pencil out and to predict how your revenue and investment will turn out. So I think having commercial real estate, high quality residential real estate is a smart play. Jeff, do your own research, but I like it very much, and definitely subscribe to it. All right. The next topic is American Airlines, or airlines, not American Airlines, but airlines in general. I was reading that Delta took an L of 5.7 billion for the quarter, and U.S. airlines are forecasted to lose about $23 billion this year. So I started to just try to think about, like, when are people going to get back to travel? A lot of our travel plans had canceled for this year. We were trying to go out of the country in a few weeks. That's just not going to happen. Passports were delayed. There was millions and millions of passports that were backed up for renewal. So there was just so many different factors inhibiting foreign travel or travel out of the United States. So those plans are on ice. I did get a refund for plane tickets, and I had bought insurance, which was cool. But some of the projections are stating that it's going to take 3 years for us to return to pre-pandemic airline travel. So a lot of pain there. I know the folks at Barstools and El Presidente's kind of in the, he says America flies. And I agree with that. But I think there's a lot of pain here. And Warren Buffett may have exited the airlines at the bottom, but he probably was directionally correct in regards to kind of the long-term kind of slog or kind of sideways chop that airlines might go through. So anyway, the interesting, if you're investing right now and you're thinking about the airline stocks, I would really go slow on that. Wells Fargo got smacked. I didn't see their earnings, but I'm sure if JP Morgan lost 51% of their profit in the quarter, other banks are following suit. Thoughts on Thorchain, and are you still accumulating Rune? Will you stake your Bitcoin in Asgard DEX? I like the project, and I'll just say I've been staking Rune on Rune Vault, so you can check that out. Again, I'm not big into altcoins. I like the project, and again, I'm just speculating simply because I was interested in the 51% potential interest that you can earn on Rune, and I have been earning something a little lower than that weekly, 1% per week. It's been less than 1% per week. I think that they actually allocate 1 million Rune a week, so you get a share of that. But don't hold me to it. I'm really just speculating around the periphery. Haven't done any calls with their management team. Watched a few YouTube videos. I like the project, but I have a lot more to learn in regards to Thorchain. Michelle M. is not easier with less stress investing in stock, crypto. Look, I think real estate, if that's your question, real estate it can be stressful, but you can also outsource the management of it. It's kind of like plug and play stuff. If you get high quality tenants that sign long-term leases, and we aren't facing these kind of black swan events like we have with COVID, real estate can be kind of an interesting cash flow, passive income opportunity that is pretty solid. I wouldn't say that happens with stocks. I think stocks are, you got to manage it, or you have to turn it over to be managed by someone else, and you're going to pay to have that happen. And then crypto, it's kind of the wild, wild west right now. It's so small. It's so small when you think about the people participating, crypto Twitter. It's just no one here, guys. It's a very small market. So, and we're early still, 2020, super early. And again, and in my opinion, that's my opinion. Hold on one second. Yeah. Yeah, I love that someone just in the live chat just stated or that Chamath had said that let the airlines fail. I actually subscribe to that philosophy in a number of ways. So all this like PPP and quantitative easing, I wonder if it's best for us to let like things play out, let these companies kind of hit zero, let distressed asset venture come in and buy up these companies and reorg them. There is a process in place, and there's a lot of companies that do very well investing that way. Why not let it happen? So maybe that's not a bad approach. I've heard Chamath actually say that, and I think, I hate to quote it without, but I think he did say let them fail, which is it's kind of interesting. What's up, Ryan? I know you're out there working, but thanks for stopping by. Wells missed expectations by 230%. So there you go. Let's see, Eric. It's 100% in our best interest. If you incentivize negative behavior, evolutionarily speaking, it will proliferate. Yep, that may be so. Another interesting headline that I was checking out was regarding university and college endowments. They have a massive war chest of like $600 billion. And there's been a lot of activist students going after the endowment managers in regards to how they're allocating the capital, which is really interesting. there are some kind of blacklisted, or I don't know if that's a correct term anymore, but why don't you guys correct me? I don't think we're using that term anymore, blacklisted. But let me define what I mean. Those are companies that are no longer acceptable for us to invest in, and those are like tobacco stocks, apartheid era South Africa, and what these students are going after are fossil fuels, which is kind of legit, right? We're trying to not destroy the earth, and there's a big movement around carbon footprint, and the endowment is coming from students. It's coming from donations. It's coming from the work of student athletes, and they should have a say in how that money is allocated. And so, look, these kids are pounding the table, and they've made some progress. As far as I understand, at Yale University, the head of endowment is David Swinson, I believe, and he took a public meeting, to debate this topic with faculty and students. And this is the first time in 35 years that he's had a meeting like this. So I would expect to see endowments starting to exit these type investment vehicles, and we'll see how that plays out. So again, I'm just bringing this up when you're kind of looking at how you're developing your portfolio, how you're allocating capital. Look at what the big guys are doing. They're kind of stepping out, or there's a lot of pressure on them to avoid tobacco, to avoid fossil fuels. So you may want to steer clear, and it may be why these stocks like Tesla are just ripping. I've said this many times. Shorting Tesla is like shorting humanity. People invest in Tesla because they're banking on Elon Musk. They're saying this is a different type human on this planet, trying to do things, sees things differently. Let's put some money behind him. It's like, I own Tesla stock. You almost want to wear like a T-shirt that says that. And I believe people approach it that way. So short Tesla at your own risk.
Yeah. Just like bums, we used to stay in the slums of LA. By the way, gangbangers killing each other for reps, selling rock cocaine on my doorstep. Had a ball to bounce, plus a bike to ride.
Yeah, that whole good money thing. Check out my podcast, the first one I did with Bitcoin Tina. He just thinks Bitcoin's going to eat every asset.
Mama came home, said she got a good job. Daddy did too. Now they don't squat financially. We improving. 2 months later, son, we moving. No more ducking for shotgun shell. Bought a 2-story house in East Palmdale. Give it to me now. Palmdale, come back to me. I need you and I love you, baby. Palmdale, come back to me. Check it out, check it out, check it out. No more rats and no more roaches. Living next door to football coaches. Now I got a new place to sell my crack. Now I got little white kids to jack. I stopped wearing blue, wasn't tripping on red. Too busy swabbing with the skinheads. Stupid questions distract the class. Rubbing little white girls on the ass. I didn't really care about Pastor Bell. I knew I was headed for the NFL to the playoff game. Shoulder got hurt. I thought about my future laying in the dirt.
Yep. Shout out to Pit Vipers for the 1993 style safety glasses. So I'm looking forward to putting those to work. All right. I don't know if any of you know this, but a lot of action in milk. So I'm not a big milk drinker. I actually think milk is cow milk. I don't even know if we're supposed to drink it. Again, it just makes me feel like crap. But and I always wondered, how do you milk an almond or milk oats? So you got oat milk and almond milk and soy milk, and it's a little confusing to me. So I looked into it, and apparently you milk an oat or an almond by steeping it. So for those that are from the UK, You steep like tea. So you take a tea bag and you float it in not boiling water, but hot water, and the tea kind of comes out, and you just wait. You have to wait. You have to be patient. You have to wait. I don't know exactly how much time that you wait, but you wait, and then you have a nice tea. I guess the same thing happens with oats and almonds. If you float them in really hot water, they kind of release their milky goodness, and you then do something else, and you get this milk. Okay, so I was reading about oat milk, and Oatly absolutely crushed it. They raised 200 million bucks. I think Blackstone, Oprah, Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman was in an awesome movie. Gosh, was it like Zach Braff? Garden State? Garden State. Natalie Portman, Zach Braff. Check out that movie. Fantastic movie. But Natalie Portman's, she invests in oat milk, apparently. Howard Schultz from Starbucks, and Jay-Z. Jay-Z, his venture arm. So they all participated in a $200 million round for Oatly. So oat milk, get it. You heard it first here. Put it in your Black Rifle coffee. Drink it. Because cow milk, it's just not a fan. Sorry, not a fan. I think I got my last video banned because of Hove. I better be careful. I better be careful with that. Cows are beautiful. Bro, I don't ever judge who you date. I don't ever judge who you date, man. Cows are beautiful. Do you, son? All right, let's knock this out. Ford Bronco. It was my first car in 1985. Loved it. Had that car forever. I ended up selling it to a college friend after I had graduated. Loved the car. Apparently Ford, for the first time in like 24, 25 years, is releasing a new Ford. I'm a huge car guy. I don't own very many American cars, though. Let me think. A Suburban. I have a Suburban, and I think that's it. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I have a Suburban. That's it. I would definitely buy. I think the Ford's going to be dope. It may be a good opportunity to invest in the car. But I haven't seen what it looks like. I love Fords. The Bronco. Bronco's a dope truck. So I definitely would be in the market for that. Check it out. I don't know when they're talking about earnings or anything, but Ford stock may pop. Maybe an interesting investment. All right. And then to top this off or finish off, I was reading a little bit about guns. Again, it looks like there's record amount of gun sales in the United States. Take that for what it's worth. I mean, it's crazy out here in the streets. Some stats, it looks like June background checks for guns are up 136% year over year. And they were estimating that 40% of these gun sales are to new gun owners, which is really interesting. And that they're selling 2 handguns to every rifle in the United States right now. So really interesting. Obviously, people are fearful. And when they're fearful, they buy guns. Here in the United States, you can own guns legally. And, I know for those of you who are tuning in internationally, it's a weird thing. But, I like guns. So, look, you got to protect yourself. I just know that we have a huge issue with gun violence here in the United States, and I'm not certain that it's the guns that actually cause it. I think it's just mentality. People are going to do bad things. Like bad people do bad things, right? bad people do bad things. So, check it out. Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up Bitcoin chart real quick. Yeah, Bitcoin 92.10. It's like it's been in this like range. I have like two big lines coming down from a top, and it's just sitting in this like 3% range. It's not a great. I'm not a trader of Bitcoin. I've been looking for a time to buy 8 Bitcoin, and I just kind of got bored, and yesterday popped off half a milli into Bitcoin. I caught a lot of negative heat about it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wanted to end this live discussion today talking about my DCA into Bitcoin. Historically, I've seen people rotate from Bitcoin into altcoins, see altcoins pump and dump. So altcoins have been ripping all over the place. I don't invest in them per se, but I hadn't seen Bitcoin take a dip while that money rotation was occurring. And I thought that was really interesting. So it seemed to me there was a lot of new money inflowing into altcoins. There was a lot of people very convicted in holding Bitcoin. Some of the minor capitulation had slowed down. And I wasn't going to get a big pullback, big pullback being, sub 8,000, 7,500, something like that, which I would love to buy Bitcoin at. So, I bought $500,000 worth of Bitcoin, and that's just what I feel comfortable with. Again, I'm telling you guys that I've got about 12% of my net worth in Bitcoin. And, I'm here, I manage money professionally. I'm no different than going on Fast Money and saying I bought $500,000 of Tesla. I don't know why that evokes such like discourse and venom on Twitter from people with anonymous accounts threatening to hack me and stuff. It's just dumb. I'm here trying to mentor, trying to show you what I'm doing, not just somebody who's making charts and has $2 and a Toyota Camry. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. It's just you got to pick who you take advice from. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've made mistakes along the way, and that's what I'm trying to share. That's why I'm trying to share my kind of activities, my decisions, my investments with you, so that we can kind of win together. I want you to be successful. I want you to be successful. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's see. Cactus Spit says, laugh out loud. Funny you say that. My mother-in-law just basically went all in on Ford stock. Yeah, interesting. Have you heard of the auto Glock switches popping up? No. Let's see. Yeah, Andre P. Bitcoin's coiling up. Something is going to happen. Yeah, I agree. So it certainly looks like it. Let's see. Andre P. $500,000. Laugh out loud. Keep it up. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Anthony DeGeorge. People act bitter when others are successful. It trips me out. Look, and you know what? It's funny. I have family members who, I literally don't even talk to anymore because I couldn't give them enough. And crypto Twitter is this kind of thing where you can like opt into voices you want to hear. And if you don't want to hear what I'm doing around crypto and investing and mentoring, just don't follow me. I don't get it. Like, why take the time to DM me dumbass shit? It's just stupid. It's just total waste of time. And I don't DM Chamath dumb shit, because eventually he's just not going to listen or respond to me anymore. I actually appreciate the fact that if I needed to speak to him, he would like respond. Same thing with Naval. Like, why would I abuse that relationship? Some of you just are clowny, like level 10 clowny. Yeah, they are incels. Right. Look, I appreciate those who feel like the fact that I do show my Bitcoin purchases sometimes, that it's inspiring. I'm kind of just trying to do my thing. I'm just trying to do my thing. Cool.
She wanna stick me for my paper, my mosquito hole, my Versace hottie. Come to find out, you was fucking everybody. You knew about me, the fake ID. Cases in Virginia, body in DC. Won't always me, that's what I get for tricking. Ain't my own bail, commence to ass kicking.
Hey, if any of you notice, like trying to withdraw from BlockFi takes forever, like extra slow. I have no idea what's going on. Like I haven't noticed it being this slow before. Yeah, I'm not following it. I guess it's some safety mechanism, man. But whew, I was just trying to move some Ethereum around and days, man. I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, let's let it go. You guys take care. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Keep it going. If you like the content, you like Bitcoin, please like and share, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.